Well, welcome, welcome. We are about to put up our tent. You've heard about a barn raising, so we now have a tent raising, and you'll see Brett in the background. And Pat, wave at the camera. Can we see Pat? Okay, and we've got Chris here, and Ellen, come and say hello to everybody. So we've got our... And
hi guys!
My friend Ellen is here.
So exciting! We're gonna raise a tent.
I'm so glad that I've got a friend that lives in the neighborhood and can watch. And
You'll have to get out of the way if you want us to back up a little bit.
Okay, and I'm going to step out of the way so that you can actually see what's happening, or at least I'm going to step down the hill.
Maybe sit on the edge here, Lenny.
So, good. Yes, well, you can begin.
If you sit over here, then you can...
Did I hear that right from you, Glenn?
Yeah, you can begin. You can begin. The guys wanted to start earlier, and I said, you can't start till I'm here. It's like the kids opening Christmas presents on Christmas morning before mom and dad are up. It's like, do not start. So I'm going to go and sit right now on the front of the deck, and we've got a time lapse going as well, so you're going to be able to see that later and see it rapidly happening. So Ellen and I are going to go and sit there. So yay, yay, yay. So thanks for watching. All right, Ellen, let's
Whatever's
come and sit over
easier
here.
to put it together right there. Okay. Where's our...
Yeah, you get that.
We're missing one?
So how many minutes is this going to
That's
take?
for the end of the awning. I don't know how many minutes. There it is.
It came yesterday. It's in the box over there, so.
Okay. All right. You want to start at that end, Patrick?
We're going to work together, and we're going to come through here and catch these.
Okay. Go. Okay.
At the same time? One at a time.
Let's do it
one side first.
One side at a time.
Now that's what the video did. Take one side first.
Whichever side we go from is the side the tent is coming from.
So the instructions say to lift up the one side first, and then to lift up the other side. So the guys are working on it. Very exciting.
Come over here. So,
And
yeah, why not?
yay. We didn't expect it to go up so soon, but we've got our first guest coming in 2.5 weeks, and we've got lots to do. So they're going to put the tent up, and then once it's up, be able to paint the floor and do all sorts of other things. So I'll mind out of the way so you can see what's happening.
Right over there, Pat.
Do what?
That one doesn't look like it's in all the way. Oh, it is? Okay. So we're going to lay this down.
Yep.
Lay the tent
Go
on
back
top
down.
of it. Yeah.
No, the tent won't go on top here.
We're going to do this guy first?
Yep.
Okay.
Stay there.
So now they're going to lift up the left-hand side and build that. And then once the roof is done, this tent is 21 foot long. Once the roof is done, then they are going to get the tent, lay it over, and it'll be our first time for actually seeing the tent. So this is a custom done Davis tent that's been sent from Colorado. And I'm so excited. This has just been a vision to do, and I'm just so thrilled about this. I actually looked back at some workshop outlines that I had done, and I did this workshop outline where I talked about teacups, trays, tables and tents, and I never dreamt I'd actually have a tent where I could welcome people and make it just beautiful inside. And I have all the furnishings waiting in my garage to be carried out here. Okay, can you see? I'll mind out of the way, have a look. So our builders have cut all the different lengths of the pole, and they've labeled them all. They're lying down at my feet. I don't want to move the camera because it's so nicely positioned. But here they're coming. Can you, my friend Ellen, who's moved from California and is living just down the road, I'm so glad she's here. It's just such fun to have somebody else share the excitement, as well as those of you that are watching online. So Ellen's busy holding up the tent. Yay, Ellen!
So the tent goes on first, and then the one side. Then we put the upright poles.
You're right.
Yeah.
So the tent is coming now. Yay! How many people have to carry the tent back? One person's carrying the tent.
Patrick's going to slide it down in the straw.
So here it comes. The tent is on its way down, and we're actually going to be opening the box. Don't slip, Patrick. Oh my word, he's carrying this ginormous box. Don't slip on the poles.
I go in between them.
Oh my word, here he comes with the tent. Oh, this is so exciting. It's amazing when you have a vision to do something. I've been lying awake at night imagining this, and now it's actually happening. So I've prayed over the land, I've prayed over this tent, and I just know this place is going to be just such a blessing to people. I want people to step onto our property and to step onto this place. So here it comes. It's coming out of the box. Can you see? I chose to go with the light beige color, the traditional color, and we're sort of doing out of Africa sort of safari feeling to this tent, although I'm also going to be changing it up with some different things. So I've got tubs all ready to go with my various things. Okay, I'll mind out of the way. Have a look. They're opening it. And the floor's nice and clean, right? These poor guys are having to work with me while I say things like, the floor's nice and clean, keep it clean. So believe it or not, this floor is going to be painted white. My builders were like, Lynn, what white? I said, just trust me. The floor is going to be white. The tent is this light color. It's going to be beautiful. And then I have an exquisite vintage wicker headboard that I bought secondhand. That's going to be behind the king-size bed. I'm going to have beautiful white linens, and then I'm going to be changing up the colors. It's just going to be just gorgeous. And we're going to have hot and cold running water in the shower, a flushing toilet, and a beautiful big deck. And I was able to buy gorgeous sort of colonial feeling wicker furniture that's going to go on the deck. And actually just today, okay, how's it coming? I have found a genuine wicker swing bench on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm going to go and pick it up at 6 o'clock this evening. And it's going to hang below the deck, which is sticking out into the trees. So people will be able to go underneath the deck and sit on the swing and look out into the forest. This place is more going to be like a tree house than a tent, because our platform, Patrick, how many feet from the ground is the platform at the front? About 14 feet, do you think?
14 or 16.
So it's about 14 or
Pretty tall.
16 feet from the ground at the top. We'll have a beautiful strong railing, and in fact the railing is going to be made with live edge from the oak that is on our property. Big logs that we've had to cut down. So we're going to be using our own wood around the edge, so it's going to be beautiful. I have a lovely, lovely website with all these details, because we haven't yet gone public and I'm just opening this up to friends first. I'm only sending the website to people who've requested it. So just send me a message, email or Facebook Messenger, and I will send you the website so that you can see the images and see what it's going to look like. So okay, so they're still holding the tent. Now they're going to put the tent over the frame. And I mentioned this earlier, but it's 21 feet by 16 feet. And then we've built out this platform, and here we've brought electricity and water and gas to the platform. So It's very much sort of, it's almost like a cottage, except it's actually a tent. So thanks for watching. It's fun to see my friends watching this. Oh, here it comes. I'll mind out the way. Don't trip on the poles, but
Those the windows?
Yeah.
we can put the windows in afterwards. Yeah, we've got windows. We have doors on either side. We have windows, and the window has three parts to it. It has plastic, which will protect it if it's raining, and then we can open that up, and we have mesh to keep the bugs out, and then we also have canvas if we want to close it up completely. So I chose to have these windows of 3 layers, and we also have something called a Colorado flap on the front of the tent, which is going to protect the zipper. So if it's raining or if it snows, because this tent will also work in the winter, the Colorado flap will protect the zip.
Partly a vent, but if you put a hole in there or anything else like that. So they said that goes to the front. Yeah. If I'm wrong, we'll turn it around.
I think we might have them on both ends, but okay, so this is a very big tent to move, and I think they're trying. None of us have ever put up a tent this big before. The wind is blowing and the leaves are coming down.
Helen, you're left solely responsible for holding the frame in place.
Ellen is holding. Yay, Ellen! Ellen's holding the tent.
Grab this in. I'm trying not to drag it.
Keep it clean. Our builder Patrick was laughing today because when we watched the video on how do you clean the tent, the manufacturers of the tent said the best way to clean the tent is to make sure you keep it clean and it doesn't get dirty in the first place. So we're working hard to actually keep it clean. Davis Tent is a 3rd generation family business. In fact, it's now getting to the 4th generation, and they started making tents in the 1950s to use in the snow for when people were doing elk hunting. And I love the fact that it's made here in the US and that it's a family business, and the people have been so incredibly helpful. When I've called them, I actually got a chance to talk to the owner and asked him all sorts of questions. Okay, I'm thanking this side, says my builder, so we'll just have to see where the tent is going. And they're opening it up, trying to work out which is the inside and which is the outside. I'm watching you. Keep my tent clean.
It's already dirty from the factory.
It's going to be rained on, don't worry. Now the challenge is to see which is the inside and which is the outside. Okay, it's going to be coming up soon.
Door.
Yep, and then here's our flaps for the inside.
Flap.
Yeah, those are the inside flaps, correct.
So it's not upside down, is it? Here's rope.
Yeah.
So the guy ropes are wrapped up inside the tent, and they've just opened these. Because we're putting this onto a glamping platform, it's slightly different to if you're setting up a normal tent. So this is how it's going to work. It's going to come down the sides, and the tent will drop down the outside edge of the platform, and then it will be bolted in onto the piece of wood that we've got going around the edge of the platform. Then inside the tent there's going to be a mud flap that's going to come inside, and that's going to be wrapped around a piece of wood like a 2x2, 2x4, and bolted into the platform. So that means that a child can't lean against the tent and go slipping down between the tent and off the edge of the platform, because we're going to be quite high up off the ground. And it also means that hopefully we can't get any bugs or any other creatures climbing in between the gap of the tent and the platform. So now they've got to work out how to get it on top of the frame. So let's see what's happening here.
Piece by piece by piece.
we have quite a lot of deliberation going on as to how to do this. So
I'd rather not take it
I
off.
think that's a good idea, Brett. If you fold it a couple times,
how many people does it take to put up a safari style tent? So we've got 4 people talking backwards and forwards now as to how to do it. I'm glad I'm out of that equation. I'm just going to let them put it up, and then I'm going to have fun putting the beds and the cushions and the carpets. And yesterday I got something that I was so excited to find again on Facebook Marketplace. I found these vintage leather luggage stools that fold up and have leather, thick leather, worn leather on the top. And I got them for $20 each, which is crazy price. I had to drive a ways to get them at somebody's house, but I was just so thrilled. I think we're going to get this sort of boho vintage out of Africa feeling, and it's going to be just super fun. Okay, the tent's been moved around. Watch what's happening. Don't fall off the platform, Brett, or anybody else. Don't step backwards.
Find this edge, Brett.
When you hear a loud, oh, you hope somebody hasn't fallen down over the edge. So,
Okay,
all right, here it goes.
I couldn't see.
I'm gonna stay over here because
You know, I'm so thankful that I'm able to walk out here to our property because, as most of you know, I broke my hip 5 months ago and I had to learn how to walk again. And our camping site is a little ways away from my house, and I can walk here, but I have to walk very carefully, especially at the moment because we have all the straw on that's extremely slippery. And the straw has been put just to hold the dirt down, hold the dust down, and they also put grass seeds in the straw. So that's good, and we're hoping that it starts to grow. But I just have to make sure that I don't go slipping down. Here it comes.
no, that's one side. That edge has to end up in Chris's hand. Over there. Stop.
I have a lump in my throat. I can't actually believe that this is happening. This is like quite a step in faith to step out and decide to do this, because along with the tent being expensive, actually building out this very sturdy and very big platform with all the utilities and everything costs quite a lot of money, and I had to just make a decision. Brett and I thought and prayed a lot about this, and we got some very clear confirmations that this was the right thing to do. So I'm excited. I can't believe it's actually happening. Yay, it looks like a tent.
It looks like a tent.
So there's a little bolt that sticks straight up on either end with a grommet, and you put the bolt, this little part of the bolt that sticks up through the grommet, and it pulls it taut along the top. We are going to be getting a fly sheet that's going to go right over the top, but that was delayed, and we should get it in the next couple of days, and then we'll have to go up on ladders, and put it on top of the tent. So they now, as soon as Brett's got that end done, then they will lift it up, and they have to pull it.
We got to get this over.
There. Cool patch.
Ellen, do you have your phone in your pocket?
No, it's over there.
It just would be cool to take some pictures. Can you skip off and take a picture at this level? Skip off carefully.
Now do you hit the sides?
I'm glad Ellen is here. I'm asking her just to take a photo or two of the tent like this before it goes up. because my phone is on live and Brett's phone we're actually doing a time lapse,
Yeah.
which I think will be fun to do. So
Fortunately, you've got a screw in the side over here because this tent pole is resting on the
if you open it, you can also leave it with me and I can take some more as it goes up because I have a feeling they're going to need you.
Okay, so now what we have to do,
I'm kind of still holding these pipes so they don't move.
And our builder Chris is underneath the tent at one side trying to hold everything together. And now they're going to lift it up and put the poles in on the side.
we'll stand
So-
up on one side.
There's nothing on the inside that like
Hey,
now.
No, like this is supposed to go down
It's
to here,
going.
to this corner.
I don't,
So
are
we
you
can
at
do
home?
this after we've done your side. If your side's on the corner there, we can stand up the pipes.
I'm helping, so I'm gonna go.
What about my side? What?
I'm saying, if Chris's
If you
corner
want
If you
is
wanna
over
come,
the front pipe,
use your hand.
we'll start standing the pipes up.
But if you're tired, don't worry about it. Not
Where are the
necessary.
where are the rubber grommets?
There's another bag down here, Brett, that fell out of the box.
A subboard that never looked very good.
Okay, so the grommets are the next thing. Fun to have my friends watching from different places, different parts of the world. Okay, so the big box has now been emptied out, and now they're going to put the side poles in. Brett's climbing inside the tent, and then they're going to lift the whole thing up. And it's a perfect day today. We don't have, just got a slight breeze. We had a lot of rain on Saturday, but right now it's just gorgeous. And so this is the perfect day to put it up. And the guys are wanting to get it up so that they can then paint. We're just using subfloor and not putting on other floor, but they're going to fill in the cracks, sand it, and then we're going to paint it white. My builders are like, white? I was like, just trust me, we're going to build it white. It's going to be white. Hey, Ellen, smile. Okay, so we have one American, one South African Californian, and 2 local Tennessee boys putting up this tent. So, isn't it fun? Don't you love the color? And I have tried to discipline myself not to buy things. I'm trying to repurpose things that I inherited from my mom and dad, things that we weren't using. I've painted them and repurposing them. But I have been tempted to buy some things, and you're going to laugh at me when you find out the things that I bought. Tiny little mini vintage chairs, the right size for a teddy bear. Who doesn't want to have a teddy bear picnic when you come camping? And so I've written a little poem called from Polly Bear. She's my little camping bear, and I actually am mailing letters to the children that are coming to camp here from Polly Bear. So I'm chatting to you while we're waiting for the next stage. Oh, it looks like somebody's inside, and maybe they're going to start lifting it up. But because the front of the platform is about 14 foot high and they haven't yet put all the deck boards in, I'm just hoping nobody steps backwards. And this is rather dangerous. We don't have any railings around the outside. So this needs to be safe.
Yeah, they're almost done.
We're busy. We're going to do a time lapse video as well, so I think that'll be fun to see.
All in like this, right?
But thank you to those of you that have just joined me live. It's fun to have you watching. This is just an exciting part. And on YouTube, there's some videos of you and your 8-year-old can put up your tent in 15 minutes. That might be the smaller versions of the tent, and it might be when you do it on your lawn in your front garden, not on the top of a platform that's like suspended. Yes.
You might need to stop talking or talk from there, from Ellen, where Ellen is.
Yeah.
You and Ellen hold that side, and Chris is going to have to come and lift with us over here.
Okay, do you want me to take Ellen's spot? Okay, I have to go and hold the tent. Keep watching.
gonna come over here.
Okay, where do you need me?
Chris, you're coming. Ellen,
Yes?
you going where Chris is? Chris is
Okay.
coming over here. Lynn's going where you are.
And what do I have to do here?
Hold it.
Basically, just holding this side a little bit, so
That it
whenever
doesn't come
they,
off.
when we start pushing on that side, we don't want it to fall off on this
Okay.
end.
And if
A
it
little
starts
bit, like-
coming apart, don't worry so much about that.
Yeah, don't-
We'll put it back together.
So basically,
Just keep it on
putting a
the
little bit of
platform.
pressure.
Okay.
We'll give Chris a call. Chris a call. Let's college try.
We didn't go to college. We ain't getting no college.
You ready?
Yeah. Girls, you good? Brett, bring yours towards that tree some.
Okay.
There you go.
I love the color of it.
Half inch all the way around.
You meant to do the frame half inch taller than the tent. Because then the tent blocks down the side. So
We're gonna
specs.
go to the other side is what we're gonna do. I think what the that
Double over. Tend to double over.
yeah.
There you go.
So I wouldn't start pulling this. I'd kind of leave it up there a little bit. I think when the girls can come up here, they'll be on the platform. Let's go around and they can just hold on to the legs.
It's going to help the weight though, but it's a little bit more. Got it? Okay, there she goes. Which is why I think having a bit of weight on here might help. Right?
Oh, the wind gets in this, the whole thing just goes flying away.
Okay. Lynn and Ellen,
Yeah.
we're going to have you go inside the tent in a moment. And we'll start.
Can I let go of this? Can I let this go back?
Yeah, you can go inside and Lynn,
Yeah.
hold those ones from the inside and keep them in on the wood.
Okay.
Like if you can do that, like the middle in or something like that.
Where did this wind come from?
To cool us down.
So I don't stick this, keep this with it. Okay, so now we have to go inside the tent and hold it up. So keep watching.
Yes, yes, yeah. Hold there, no, hold there, hold that mount.
When Chris meets you.
Be careful.
Chris, come down to the corner with the ladder.
Okay.
on.
Just for a minute, felt like it was gonna go over.
Mine still feels like it's going to fly away.
Hang on to it, hang on to it. You know the rules. No shrinking unless it's an emergency.
I don't want this thing to fall away.
We can get it, Minnie, we can get it. Don't worry about it.
I don't want that to fall down.
What is this?
That's the door.
You're going to have to end up walking to which way to cut it. This one further out.
I would not be able to get them to kind of lean in a little bit right now.
Yeah, I just need to put some of the pressure over the front.
I know, it's spacious.
Yeah, I'm going to just hang on to yours a second. I'm going to get it use it.
We might have to zip the door shut in adjusting how to bring these in.
We'll do that. Yeah, we're going to start at the edges. We're going to have to start
I want to open up the windows. Okay, Lynn, you have a tent. And that you?
Y'all got it,
Is that more room? I mean, the platform doesn't ever look as big.
We do need to zip it shut before you take it around the edge because you could take it and then you can't.
But we might as well take out. Give it a bit of it, but it's not.
You need me? I just need to let someone camera do that with me. Hey.
It's cool, that door.
Yeah. And what's up to me, Chris, is I kind of wonder, it feels like they're trying to have these poles go into the ground a bit because the sides look a bit high compared to where they want them to go.
Oh, we have a tent. We have a tent. We have a tent. You might have seen me like crawling. I need to let you know that later there are going to be proper steps built here and I won't need to go crawling in. But we were inside the tent holding it down. We've just opened the windows so that the whole thing doesn't like take off and fly into the sky. And can you believe this? Just look at this. So amazing.
Yeah. I think we're gonna need them L brackets on this wall.
And
Feel like we can put
now we've got to zip it shut again in a little bit, and then we're going to be attaching it all the way around the edge. So I'm very excited. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll keep you posted later once we're once we finish getting it attached. I'll actually put some more videos up and put some pictures. So if you want to see my website, send me a message and you'll be able to see what the vision is for this and what I'm going to do inside. Our first guests are coming in 2.5 weeks. It's one of our REAP families coming with 3 little girls. I'm so excited. And we will have everything set up by then. So keep watching and message me if you want to have the link to the website. So thanks so much for watching. It's just been fun to share this with you. My heart is beating. I've got a lump in my throat. This really is a vision fulfilled and I'm so thrilled. that it's coming together. You know, being an entrepreneur, I have to say, is scary. And a few times I've said to myself, like, why am I doing this? Why am I adding extra work? And why am I taking this risk, even financially, to do this with our limited resources? But I got clear confirmation, very, very clear, that I should be doing this. And my sister was just here for lunch, and she said to me, Lynn, like, is this just so that you can make money? And I thought, oh my word, the amount of time we're spending is going to take years. If we even at a minimum wage, we're trying to recoup it. But the reason why I'm doing this tent and why Brett and I are doing this is that people can come on our property and be blessed, be refreshed, have an experience where they're just surrounded by beauty, and they can leave refreshed body, soul, and spirit. So this is in our heart, and we are going to do everything we can to make it beautiful and creative. And people are going to just come and they're going to leave just having a touch from God, I believe. So thanks so much for watching, and I'm going to go and make myself helpful.